While working in prison, inmates learn the meaning of hard times. Pay is limited to an average of just 35 cents an hour, well below what's required to file a federal tax return. But CBS News has learned that hasn't stopped tens of thousands of prisoners from ripping off the IRS at taxpayer expense.
You're in prison anyway. What are they going to do to you?
Prisoners like this man, who asked we conceal his identity, are filing bogus tax returns from behind bars. A scam so big, CBS News has learned prisoners last year collected a staggering $130 million in tax refunds they didn't deserve.
They were just filling out the forms.
Using basic tax forms available inside all prisons, state and federal inmates claim phony income or tax credits, often with no supporting documents. The refund checks they collect range from a few $100s to as much as $8,000 each. Some prisoners file multiple returns year after year.
They'll file 10, 20 of them at a time just to see which ones do come through and which ones don't.
This IRS document obtained exclusively by CBS News shows inmates filed nearly 45,000 bogus returns for the tax year 2009. Florida, Georgia, and California state prisons topped the list. The single worst offender was this Ohio facility, where nearly 30% of the inmates filed false returns. But when we contacted the prison, they had no idea about the problem, saying in an email, "This is not an issue."
The IRS is processing these returns. It makes no sense.
J. Russell George is the Treasury Inspector General for Tax Administration. He's releasing this detailed report tomorrow, seen here for the first time. It finds more than 250,000 tax returns filed by prisoners for 2009 were never reviewed by the IRS. That's 88%.
The IRS could have easily, in our view, identified these people and yet failed to do so.
The IRS refused to talk to us about this scam, but in response to the Inspector General's report, said it's not practical to verify every prisoner tax return and that other fraud takes priority. So for now, when it comes to doing time, it appears crime really does pay. Armin Katayan, CBS News, New York.